Hello, sweethearts. Welcome back to my channel. I have something very important I wanted to really talk about. It's about this fake documentation when it comes to people using Ghanaian passports to, commit some kind of atrocities in different countries. And it hasn't it's not a new thing per se, because even uh, back in the years there have been cases of a few Ghanaians who used fake passports, to travel or to work in other countries, But that's not the reason I'm making this video. I'm making this video to tell the Nigerians who are using the Ghanaian passports to please place some respect on that document. It's really very disrespectful if you acquire a passport from another country and then you don't keep a clean slate, and then the some of them forge these passports. All right, majority of the time the passports are fake. They are not being issued by the officers, the people that are in charge of these documentations in the country. Nigerians are very smart people, especially when it comes to digital arts and all that. They can create any document at all. They can create whatever it is, design anything and make it look like it's original. All right, but then what they forget is that when you get to where the system needs to scan these documents, there has to be something that would sell you out. There's supposed to be something the system is supposed to dictate from an original document that would always go missing when it gets to your turn. So why would you want to do that? It's bad enough that the Nigerian system has really messed up the Nigerian passport. So the passport holders right now are ashamed. I don't know about others. Personally, I'm ashamed to have a Nigerian passport. But even at that, I would do anything right now legally, legitimately, to get another passport that is not a Nigerian passport. So in as much as I want to really desperately do away with it, it doesn't warrant me forging another country's passport. I mean, no matter how much I'm in love with Ghana, I'm not going to stoop so low to forge Ghanaian passports. So how much more going through Kurukere way to get a Ghanaian passport? It's not about the documents. It's about the person holding the document. So if you as a Nigerian, or even if you as a Ghanaian is not honest, how would you be respected when you hold a respectable passport? The people really ask themselves this thing. And then these people, if you happen to acquire a Ghanaian passport or any other country's passport per se, you have to respect it. You have to, avoid doing anything negative that will implicate you and then bring shame to the country that you are representing with your identity, your passport. It's not hard. It's a very simple thing. Having self-dignity would help a lot of people in doing what is right. So now that brings me to the fact that it's not always the passport officials in Ghana that issue out these passports. Majority of them are forged by people who are computer gurus. Do you think all the people holding Ghanaian passports are being issued to them by the Ghana passport officials? Now, let me know in the comment section, because I believe either they have access to some of the logos and designs and numbers and stuff like that is supposed to make it look real, even though it's not real. There's always a command somewhere that will sell you out. Okay, for instance, there was this news I read last week. A woman arrested at her shrine in Edo State over alleged attempt to traffic a lady to India for Olosho. She is a human trafficker. So she was arrested at her shrine in Benin City alongside an accomplice, Joy Osage. Her own name is Juliet Okorebo or something like that. So they were arrested following a petition by a 25-year-old girl, Rita Godwin. According to the secretary of the task force, Mrs. Pauline Rusota, Okorebo, in collaboration with her daughter in India, forged Ghanaian passports and other documents for the victims for the purpose of smuggling them to India. She explained that the prime suspect had already succeeded in smuggling a girl identified as Juliet Osage to India. Now, where this thing casted was the lady in question. She was meant to swear an oath that she would not, before she was told what she was going to do, she was made to swear an oath of secrecy, and all that. So after they forged the Ghana passports and everything, they now told her, see, you're going to do Olosho in India. That's what you're going to do there. So she now wanted to back out. And, she was threatened with the fact that she already swore an oath at the shrine. So it was more like making her seem helpless. So she would, fall for it. Rather, she went to report this said woman at the police station. That's how she got arrested. So you see the world we live in. People, a human being that has a daughter in India. Instead, she does a collab with her daughter there to bring in girls to use for Olosho. A mother. So you see how much I detest Nigerians, most Nigerians, and their love for money. A mother. Rather, they collaborate with her own daughter to carry another person's daughter go do Olosho. The other time here, I born because of a guy we traffic in sister go Ghana go do Olosho. Right now, this one is a woman, a mother, they traffic young girls go India. They collaborate with her own daughter, they do Olosho for them. So now, my point for this video be the part where he be forged Ghana passport. You see, they did Nigeria. They made Nigeria, they forged the Ghana passport. So be like they come Ghana no way, they take fake passport. This one they did Nigeria, there they forged the passport, give them, they did travel. And for them to do it successfully, meaning that it's been working. So I don't know, either because of the contacts, they are not well screened, or they have people at the right positions that wouldn't really take note of the errors, the little things that is supposed to expose someone about this forged passport. So I'm trying to make it make sense. This one, they're not in Ghana. So it's not just the Ghana passport officials that are giving people passports that are the problem right now. These people, most of them are forging the Ghana passport and they are now using it. So now when they get caught, the name goes to Ghana. You see? When Evans, now that's the part where there is not being issued by the officials. Now, the part where there are still few bad eggs in the passport office that just take money to issue passports to people, right? Like I remember back then when the notorious kidnapper Evans was arrested in Nigeria. It was discovered that he had a Ghanaian passport, original Ghanaian passport. I think with the name Asare Asare something. That Asare Yawa been an Asare. I can't remember. But yeah, he had an original Ghana passport. He's a billionaire, so he must have paid heavily for it. So it's not always about people forging these things. The ones that are having the real ones too are being, issued to them by the officials. But where the officials are at least going to be spared is because they don't know exactly what these people they issue these passports to do for a living. Somebody can come and say, oh, I'm a businesswoman and this, and maybe the person has really spent enough time in Ghana and, decides to naturalize as a Ghanaian and gets the document and then start traveling with it to commit some kind of crimes. Would you blame the passport officials for this one? No. A lot of people, it's okay to naturalize as Ghanaians, but please, if you have the Ghana passport, kindly put some respect to it. Kindly watch how you live your life. Avoid doing things that would bring some kind of negativity to the passport you are holding. Let whatever you are dealing with deal with you, only you. Please, people should stop disrespecting the Ghana passport. I beg of you guys. The passport, we know that Nigerian passport is nothing to write home about right now. So a lot of Nigerians are, getting the Ghana passport, but it shouldn't bring negative names to the to Ghana as a country as well. At least if your own passport don't buy, you collect another country, respect them. Don't go carry bad luck, join them too. Don't go carry your negativity, join the passport. I believe personally one of the reasons I would want to naturalize as a Ghanaian is to disconnect myself from the draining energy of being a Nigerian. It's more peaceful for me. It's somewhere I find, love and solace. So why would I want to start misbehaving with the passport and then start bringing the same thing, emotional disturbance, with the new country I'm trying to naturalize with too? It does not make sense. You see that these people, what did they do them? Did they worry them from village? Because if your passport no degree, you travel and you are able to get a passport that you can travel stress freely, why would you want to jeopardize that opportunity? So you see, they know where. So please, if you are a Nigerian and you are using a Ghana passport, please respect that passport. Do not use it to be doing ill things and, unnecessarily. And then you don't have to go through all these kurukere corner. Try to do it the right way. Either you are patient enough to follow the right procedure to acquire it, or I think I heard you can get married to a Ghanaian and naturalize as a Ghanaian. So if you find love in Ghana, I didn't say you should go and start deceiving Ghanaian people in the name of relationship or love and marry them just because you want to have their passport. No, you can find love. They are loving people. You can fall in love with someone and then it ends up at the altar. That is good. So if you happen to be this lucky, then kindly don't take it for granted. Don't misuse the opportunity. I beg you. You need to put some respect on that passport. Meanwhile, I came across this video of someone that shared ways you can identify a fake Ghana passport when you see it. Alright? And I'm going to play the video so that everybody would at least pay attention to. I think it was a very well detailed and educative video. I loved it. So you can use it to know, especially if you do a passport through an agent, you have to cross-check these things and be sure that what you have is an original passport so that you don't get to the airport and get out. You understand? You can carry your passport confidently thinking that you're holding a real passport, only for you to get to the airport or even arrive at your destination airport and then you get arrested for holding a fake passport. So it's important you pay attention to these things this man listed here to check if you have a Ghana passport and you got it through an agent. It's important you pay attention to the size, the numbers, everything. He listed it. So just watch this video and let me know what you think in the comment section.
Most passports, including the Ghanaian passport, comply with the ISO/IEC 7810 ID3 standard. This standard specifies a size of 125 millimeters as the height by 88 millimeters as the width for a passport. So anything short of this or more than this should raise an eyebrow. Pause this video, take a rule, and measure your passport. Be certain that it is within this measurement, 125 millimeters by 88 millimeters. The next feature is the photograph and other pages should be digitally printed with holographic overlay. In an authentic passport, the photograph of the visual inspection zone is printed directly into the surface or laminate during the personalization process. Holograms serve as a means of protection and authentication and a warning about the dangers of counterfeiting. They are not solely to prevent counterfeit, but they also act as an effective detection device, making it easier for the trained eye to distinguish the genuine from the fake. So, if you hold your passport to the light and flip through some of the pages, you will notice shimmering holographic overlays that cannot be duplicated without special machine. Therefore, you've got to pay attention to this particular feature. You can see the coat of arms embedded on some of the pages. You can also see some of the information, holographic overlays that are put on the image. The third feature we're looking at is hologram. This feature is closely related to the second feature that we just talked about. This is about this special type of hologram here. This is a special 2D hologram. On a genuine passport, the color of this particular hologram shifts from gold to green depending on the angle of the view. So if you tilt your passport, it changes to a different color. And then if you tilt it again to a different angle, it also changes to a different color. This is one of the most traditional type of OVD that is used as security element. So watch out for this all-important feature anytime you are issued a passport. 4. Format and preparation of the passport number. One of the easiest ways to link your passport with other documents is through the document number or the passport number. Different countries have ways identifying their passport numbers. A Ghanaian passport number, on the other hand, is an 8 alphanumeric character. It starts with a letter followed by 7 numbers. Remember, the characters are 8 and they start with a letter. If yours is in contrary to this, then there's something else involved. Another aspect of this feature is that the passport number is perforated on every single page. The focus here is to watch out for the similarity between the perforated passport number and the one written on the bio page. The numbers should be the same. Those perforated on other pages should not be different from the passport number written on the bio page. One of the things to look out for in the perforation is that the conical decrease in the size of the perforated holes in the booklet document when viewed from front to back. So you look at the numbers on page 1 of the passport or at the beginning of the passport, the perforations seem bigger, and as you continue to the last page of the passport, they begin to decrease in size. So the perforations at the beginning of the page are much bigger than those at the end of the page. The next feature we are looking at is the Mrz Zone. This is the machine readable zone. This section is known as the machine readable zone. It contains some of the information from the visual inspection zone in the form of a sequence of alphanumeric characters and a symbol. This sequence of characters that are represented here can be read by document readers in order to facilitate inspections of travel documents. Normally, a machine known as OCR is used to read these sequences. There are several forms of the Mrz. The one used in the Ghanaian passport is the ID3/DD3 format. This format is of 2 lines. with 44 characters on each line, situated at the bottom of the biodata page. This means that when you take your passport and then you count these characters here, the first line should contain 44 characters. You are counting everything there, the alphabet, the symbols, and the numbers. So each line should contain 44 characters. The first line contains details such as the type of passport you are holding, your country code, your surname, and then your other names. The second line contains your passport number, your country code, and the date of birth. Therefore, you need to take notice of this information. If your Mrz characters on a line is less than 44 characters, there's a big question mark, because it will be difficult for the OCR machine to read your passport. The next and the final feature we're looking at is the number of pages in the passport. A Ghanaian passport can either be a 32-page booklet or a 48-page booklet. Therefore, if your passport contains something different from this, then you have to know what is happening. You can request for a passport with more than 48 pages, but that is based on special arrangement. So if you are issued a passport, especially from a third party, you contracted someone to do a passport for you, and then you are issued a passport and it contains more than 48 pages, or it is not a 32-page booklet, then you have to ask questions. You have to probe in and find out why is your passport not a 32-page booklet or a 48-page booklet.
Okay, so yeah, you've heard it. So make sure that when you have the passport, you should be sure that you're having the original passport, because you might think you have a real passport even as a Ghanaian, and you end up having a forged or fake passport, and you wouldn't even know. You would just confidently try travel or do a few things with your documents, and you find out that you're not having a real document, by the way. So it's best to cross-check and check again. And for me, I would advise, if you get a passport through the agent, it's important you go to the passport office and check in the system if your passport documentation, if your your details are in the system. I think that's the best way. I don't know if there's a website where people can at least input their passport numbers to check the authenticity of their passport. I don't know if it works in Ghana. Let me know in the comment section how else you think someone can identify a passport or differentiate a fake one from a real one. Alright, thank you guys for watching my video always, and if this is your first time on my channel, my name remains Ella Chilaka, the Queen Abuna of the Ashanti Kingdom, Ghana. Don't mind me, I've been so tired because we're holidaying, so I've not really had time to settle and give you guys the real Queen Abuna vibe. I miss my house, honestly. I miss my house in the Republic. But all the same, I'll still try. I'll do my best to drop 1 or 2 videos as often as I can, pending when I return. Okay, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video some thumbs up, and share my videos so that YouTube can suggest them to other viewers. Okay, enjoy your weekend and don't drink and drive. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.